I'm going to introduce you to the people who will be watching us. This is Bubbly Rajput, and she's been playing rugby for how many years? From 2017, right? Yeah, and
So I started playing rugby in 2011.
11, and from childhood you've been into sports.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I
Yeah.
started playing any type of sports like when I was in fifth class. Yeah.
So, how did you get into rugby? Because rugby is a sport which is not too much known in India. Even after seeing your profile, I got to know that yeah, there are teams in India that who play rugby. So I knew this game. I did not
Okay.
know it's in a very big platform. So how did you? Who
Yeah.
introduced you to the game?
Uh, for as of now, so many people are aware of there is a game called rugby, but in the
Hmm.
beginning it was exactly not known that much. And when I started, some of my seniors used to play rugby in my college, and they wanted to start a girls rugby. So a year back we had that Commonwealth game, and then there's first time girls we from Delhi played, and then from there they started making a girls team, and they were playing, and I just saw them playing, and I saw like this is nice game and some different shape of ball is there,
Yeah.
and I just loved it and joined them, and later on just love for rugby keep on increasing, and then I keep on playing. It goes like this. Yeah.
And
And
hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
sure, please.
is there any diet that you follow before going to a match, and what's your mindset when you enter the field?
Okay, so we generally had a regular practice weekly, weekdays, like weekend is for our practices. So we don't go exactly before the practice for diet. We need every day and everything should be planned accordingly. We
Hmm.
can't just go without a diet plan and everything, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I don't have that specific, but I eat every day on time, and I make sure I won't lose my weight.
Hmm.
So that's important in rugby. So I just keep maintaining as requirement. I know I'm not that healthy, but yeah, like as a scrum half in rugby, I used to play as a scrum half. That's how much that is need. I just maintain that weight, and then I just keep on eating like more of the proteins and vitamins and all. So yeah,
Hmm.
just we focus on this type as well.
Also, you told me you do yoga and you have certifications there as well. So, I feel when it's a lockdown, I being a student, I'm sitting in front of the laptop all the time. My back hurts, I have pain in my shoulder and everything. So, what are the few things that you would like to suggest to the people who are watching you right now? And
Okay,
what
so
should
as yes, what?
what
I
should
don't get
they
you.
do about the back pain, the shoulder? Because we're in front of the laptop for 6 hours straight. How should we keep
Yeah, sure.
it?
Okay, so I have seen so many people, especially they like suffer with the cervical pain and the lower back pain so much, and the sciatica pain as well. So I suggest them to just avoid, like, take 5 minutes out of every 30 minutes or every 1 hour to stretch their neck, their shoulder, activate those things. And if you are already having cervical, you need to do like a more of the static thing, like you maybe can go with the shoulder movement or shoulder fold like this. You can go with the shoulder pull like this. You can just go with the neck press like this. So many activities are there. You can just activate your this reason with, but make sure you doing 5 minutes of workout in between your session, in
Hmm.
between your work, and then you can avoid this type of pain. Even moving on the chair, you can do lots of things for your lower back. You just stretch your arms and go a little back. You can just pull your back hold and then twist yourself. You can just
Hmm.
keep one leg over the knee, and then you can bend forward. That's really good for the lower back stretch and your glute stretch. So lots of exercises are there. Just people get a bit lazy doing it, and then they suffer like this.
That's
So just we need to just be a little active about it, and everything will
hmm.
be short.
And as rugby and yoga. So I would, because rugby is a game which needs power, right? you need to push the other tackle, you have to fight for the ball. And then yoga is something that you have to be flexible to your body while doing yoga. So how do you do
Yes.
it?
Yeah, that's everyone's asked me this question. Even I do like feel ki it's two poles apart. These two different things are there. If you will go with the strength, you won't have that much mobility. Mobility you can work on, but flexibility, of course, you will lose. So I'll
Correct.
do like I'm not that much flexible, but do I practice daily yoga, and I'm not too much like bodybuilding. I can't show you cuts, so I do strengthening as well every day. So I do keep my fitness level moderate so that I can meet both form where I can play rugby, I can maintain my fitness, I can run nicely, and where I can perform few postures with a good mobility and postures flexibility, which are gonna help me throughout my journey of even the yoga or the rugby, because rugby also needs stretchings, and also that we can
Hmm.
release that pain and fatigue after each matches. So yeah, we do work. I do work on that.
Coming back to rugby, what was your favorite match or your favorite tournament that you've ever had? Something that you said, now this is it. This is what I'll remember for the rest of my life.
So all the tournaments are close to heart because we like every time we go with this different energy. Every time we find different thing and we learn new thing and we'll execute something new. But I would say 2017 when Delhi Hurricanes won my like their first winning medal, that was the amazing journey because we like scored all the time good, and the defender couldn't score. Like we win with a 0-0 score against the opposite team all the time. So that was amazing journey, and we played for that second time 15 a side. Delhi Hurricanes played. Like they introduced in 2016 15 a side girls rugby in India, and in 2017 we won that medal. So boys and girls both won the first position at that in that year, and that was amazing like memory. And uh, as a like international player for 2013 when I played for India, that was not like I was just learning, and I got that amazing opportunity from Rugby India
It
to play
seems like
for India. And
when you get that pride of saying that, yeah, you're an Indian team. So that pride is very different, right? It's just very exciting,
yeah,
even though you're a newbie that time, and it wasn't, you were not too ready. Maybe I should say, you were not too confident about it that time. But just that feeling that you get that, yeah, I'm an Indian player. It's just amazing, right?
yeah, that's true. Like when you wear a jersey of India written over here and that logo of India, you can hold in hand. That's a different pride for every person, and especially the players. So that's amazing. No one can express that what they feel exactly inside, right? So
True.
yeah, of course, that anytime when you just go ahead with the India name, and that's amazing. Even as a referee, as a player, or as a coach, or as a manager, like every time when you going with the name India, that's a pride for yourself. And of course, you can't express that feeling which you exactly feel inside. Yeah.
Coming
So
back
no one
to
can.
coming back to the referee. How did you become a referee? From playing rugby and then to a referee. How?
Okay, so I would like to tell you when I started playing rugby, I didn't know the sports, right? So I did join Delhi Hurricanes. With 1 month of like practice, we went for one national All India in Pune, 2011, and then when we came back, we started playing on our on ground was Kunj, Delhi, and my coach Kuldeep Singh Bist used to coach us, and we started only with the 2 or 3 4 girls. There was a year in 2012 only 4 girls was there on field for whole year, not a single number increased. So like we have struggled like in 40 numbers of player, all the boys were there, only 4 girls are playing, and that where struggle start. But our coach keep on pushing us, and we just like we just love rugby, we don't care about the numbers. And then later on girls keep on joining us. Now we having enough numbers. So in 2014, we were practicing for 2015 national games. It was held in Kerala, and I was practicing for that. And some Nepal team was there to play touch matches to learn new things from our team, and where I got my knee twisted and I torn my ligament. Fine. So I was not kid, but I didn't know the word surgery or ligament before. And when I went to doctor, they said, yes, you have to go through the surgery for this. And I was like, no, I'm going good with my game. How I can lose my game like this? And but I couldn't do anything. I had to go with the surgery. And then where I started learning about the referee, there was a level 1 course in Delhi, and then I can't run, so I went there to learn the referee courses and all. And I loved that. I loved that. And then my club also gave me some chance to do the line movement judges and line touch judges. So I learned few things from club, and then I performed as a team manager for under 17, 18 girls who went to play different national level of games. And there I got opportunity to perform as a referee that Rugby India people give me that less bubbly, just do this as well and learn. So where how I started this referee journey, and then they keep on giving me opportunity, and we keep on learning. We are learning, but yeah, that's how I started doing my referee job.
So, what's the highest level you can go to a referee if you have to reach on a very international level? How many levels do you have to cross to
So
become a referee?
You can start with the level 1. We are having online courses from the World Rugby Educator course, and then we are having local national level courses as well. Like you need to go with the level 1 to just learn few things that's so basic, and then level 2, and then you can start with the line judges, and then level 3 you can just perform as a referee, right, in the field on and the other match officials as well. But all about the experiences, how much you can learn, how much you can execute your learning, and it's all the practical things, right? If you keep on practicing, you can keep on moving up. So we are having Indian panel, then we are having the Asian panel, and then if you can keep on doing more good and enough with your uh, referee journey, then you can keep on reaching the level next and next. So we are having Asian tournaments where we keep on sending the people from India, and they perform really good. So we are having that.
See, there is some growth when you go when you become a referee. So I feel at a certain age you cannot play rugby, right? Because of the changes we have in our body and the age as well. The age becomes a factor. But I feel if you want to stay with the sport, become a referee, become a coach, it will stay with you lifelong. That's when you get the education and you can give to others, right? To stay tight with that game, because if you love the game you don't want to leave it.
Of
Yeah.
course. So of course in rugby also, as a like we can't think our life without rugby. Especially the people who started like 10 years back. I can't really imagine my life as without rugby now. So we are having so many as a match official, you can go as a coaches, you can work now, you can as a managers, you can work now. We are having the administration panel where girls now working in Rugby India. So we keep on working on this so that we can improve the engagement of state level practitioners and playing for a long time, but not able to play or get that their self numbered in the team, so they can execute their all skills as a coach, as a manager, or as a event managers, or as a referee, and other things like organizing the things, or center head, or the so many other scopes. So we are working on it so that players who are not able to play now, they can execute in other form. And for me, of course, I would love to keep on learning new things and keep my rugby with me always, or just be with rugby
Lastly,
always.
yeah, because yeah, sports is something you never want to leave once you're addicted to it. I've been a sports player myself. I've been a gymnastics player, and thinking that I'll leave it, it's just a very tough thing, because when I went to college, my gymnastics stopped because of college and studies. But still now I feel like I should go towards coaching, or I should go towards, grading and sitting and judging. So once you're a sports person, you can never disown that name from yourself, right? So lastly, I want to ask that sports plays a very crucial part in the mental health. So has
That's
there
right.
something happened that once you've lost a game, players do cry, they have a low time when you lose a match? So I feel that sports plays a very important role to keep yourself calm and disciplined in life. So what are your views on it? You've had any experiences like that, discipline played a big role?
Lots of Yeah, that's true. So when you are winning, you shouldn't show off, right?
Hmm,
And when you're losing, you shouldn't show off. That's a
correct,
discipline where when you learn the
correct.
like sports discipline or sportsmanship. Yeah. So in the beginning, of course, we do react on winning or even a scoring a try. So in rugby, a goal called a try, right? So when
Hmm,
you're scoring a try, you get like excited. Yes, I did it or something. But later on with the regular practices and regular games and all everything, we just learn how to control the self and how not to execute in the certain way, and then how to keep ourselves calm. So of course we keep on losing, we keep on winning, but of course we control that it won't go over. That reaction shouldn't go over ever. Of course we cry, we hug each other after losing, and of course we cry when we win even a win a game, and we hug each other, but we do celebrate together. Even the losing team and winning team, we do
hmm,
celebrate together. So that's how I just I can't forget this winning time. Even if you're winning, if you're losing, we celebrate together, not alone with the team. So yeah, that like losing and winning doesn't affect that much, but हाँ थोड़ा सा changes here.
Yeah, because I feel that this feeling, playing with the opponent team comes only when you're playing sport. When it's towards education or
Yeah.
any other part, the other person is always your rival. But when it's in the
Yes, true,
field,
true.
you are opponent, but off the field, you're friend. You might have a lot of friends in the other team as well. Because I can see your personality.
Yeah, that's
You're a
true.
very happy person, and I can see you smile when you're talking about rugby. So I don't think you'll have big fights with the other team. You'll be friends, right?
Yes. So of course we are teammates, we are friends, and at the end we are humans. So we do have fight, but not that intense. We keep on laughing with each other. We keep on pulling legs of each other, and we keep
Hmm.
on motivating each other as well, as a teammate, as a friend, and as a player whole. So yeah, we support opposite teams as well, and we support our team as well. And once we are on field, once we are in field, we are the player. We
Yeah.
don't know each other. We just know the game, we know the rules, and that's
Hmm.
how we work on the game, right? And as you asked me before, that mental stability, of course we need to work on that as well. That's need a regular practice so that you can just react in a certain way, that if you're losing a ball, you won't react just lose hope, you just go with the ball again, you start with the zero again, like how we my coaches train us like that, so that we can execute everything in a certain way. We are not just losing all the time hope, or we are not just started celebrating early. So
Hmm.
that's how we need to train ourselves as well for everything, even with the mental stability. We need to stay calm. We need to execute everything with the plan, or if it's not working, we need to switch with the plans. So yeah, the training is required for that as well, like how you're gonna execute your game, and then how you're gonna react to your losing and winning.
Thank you so much.